Hey, what's going on, guys? Felix here. It is 8:25 a.m. on a Saturday. I am in my car. I feel so official. I'm actually recording a video in my car. It's like a rite of passage. I'm not doing a driving thing yet. I never will drive into these Facebook lives or Instagram lives in this case. And you might be able to hear my dog in the background. I just came back from my dog park. He's like panting his butt off. He's super hot. Look at him. So I want to hop on here because I want to tell you about what I believe is the future of building a brand online, what is the future of podcasting, and what it means for other ways that you might be publishing your content online, and what it has to do with bubble tea. So my wife and I just moved to a new area with our daughter in New York called Long Island City. And when we got there, we noticed that there were a lot of Asians. So not like Asian Americans, we're Asian Americans. So not like Asian Americans, but basically a lot of foreign exchange students, a lot of Chinese students are living here. And there's one thing that we know about Asian Americans and also foreign exchange students from China is that they love bubble tea. My wife and I were walking around one day and we're like, there are so many restaurants and bars are in this area, but there's nothing catering towards that demographic. There's no bubble tea spots. And we felt like if we open a bubble tea spot, it would kill it. And we're hyper aware of this kind of stuff because my wife worked in the pastry industry, the restaurant industry, and I'm always entrepreneurial minded, so we've always been thinking about, what could we open, what kind of restaurants make sense in what areas. Maybe one day we can open something of our own. So we started thinking like, wow, might be a lot of an underserved market here for people that want bubble tea and can't get it. So we started brainstorming, and I started thinking, what if I go to like an actual brick and mortar retail store, like a restaurant or a coffee shop, and then just ask them, hey, can I get a spot to sell some bubble tea? And we were thinking about doing that, kind of tossing that idea around, not super serious about it, but just something that we always joked about why there are no bubble tea spots. And then the other week, I was walking around, and then all of a sudden I see a new awning, like a new sign that someone put up for a store, and in it was a sign for a bubble tea spot. I was like, what? I can't believe it's actually happening. And then literally a few days after that, we saw another bubble tea spot popping up. And then just a few days ago, we came home to our apartment, we saw a flyer for another bubble tea spot. So basically 3 bubble tea spots in one area popped up out of nowhere. And that was really cool because it's kind of validating that, hey, we recognize there's an underserved market, and others recognize it too, and they actually invested like serious capital, actually open up an actual store to support that demand. And it's funny because I had this inkling of a feeling that there was opportunity. I had an inkling of a feeling that there was a chance for a business to be created. I had an inkling that there was an underserved market, an inkling that people out there wanted something, and actually happened. And I feel the same way about podcasting. And I think a lot of people out there also feel the same way about podcasting, where they just see that as the future, right? They see that as where things are going. There are more and more podcasts every day. Podcasting is the place you go once you have established yourself as a brand. Podcasting is the way you establish yourself as a brand, and I see that as a future. It's an inkling side of me that I feel like that's the way it's going to go. It's basically the way blogging was about 10-15 years ago, right before it really took off, right before it hit the mainstream. People that got in early in the blogging game are reaping all the benefits, right? They have the biggest websites are still around, biggest blogs are still around. They transcended the blogging world into YouTube, into their own podcasts in a lot of cases, into shows, into building an online business, building stores. So lots of opportunities came out because they acted early. And that's where I feel like we're right at the brink of that same situation with podcasting, where it hasn't hit super mainstream yet, meaning that people know about it, people consume it, but not many people are creating podcasts of their own. So there's a good opportunity right now to get into creating a podcast and get in early, just like people that got in early in the blogging game. So it's funny because that inkling, a lot of times we follow, a lot of times we don't, but more often than not, you'll see it play out, because I think it's inside of us to recognize where the world is going, where the future is going. And we started getting tastes of it. We started noticing it here and there. We were more hyper aware of where the future might go, and that's what I noticed. Is podcasting is that way. If you're listening to this, you probably already have a podcast, or you're thinking about starting one because this is also the future. So you're thinking about starting a podcast, or you're wanting to learn how to grow your podcast. you're wanting to learn what topic to pick that will set you up for success, make sure to grab the free book over at podcastingsecrets.co. Again, podcastingsecrets.co. Grab the free book, and I'll see you inside. And hopefully that helps you on your journey towards deciding what to do next in terms of like where to create content, what platform to build on, where you should build your brand, where you should build your business. I believe it's in the world of podcasting. And go to podcastingsecrets.co to grab your free book. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.